speaking on like models and women, and we know you're for sure a hard worker and travel and do all kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Where do you make time for yourself? Like, how is your personal life outside of just work?
This is the crazy
I'm not
thing
trying to be in your
about that, right?
business, but I'm trying to be in your business.
No. That's a great question. So look, I'm a Libra, right? And Libras are known for like balance, being balanced, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times for me, when it comes to life balance, I am not as balanced.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of my time really focused on work, and I think that just comes from like having a certain hunger.
Yes.
Because I know what it's like to not have much, right?
Yes.
And I know what it's like to be hungry and want to be in a position. So like, even though I've gotten into a position, like I want to get into a higher position. I want to keep hustling. I want to keep going. So like my mind is always on that. Even if I'm like hanging out with a female friend or whatever, it's like we're driving somewhere. I'm like, oh, that would be a dope place to shoot. Like my mind is always kind of in that space. So it's not as active. Like I was dating somebody recently that, just didn't kind of work out, but
not the makeup artist girl, somebody different.
Oh, that was
long ago, back
2015. Okay. That was a long time ago.
Do you say, and I don't need to know personally like what happened, but do you think anything with to do with you working had to do with it not working out?
That had nothing to do with me working.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
That was personal stuff between.
Right. Just curious, because that's why I was like, you don't have to say all. Just speaking on the work, trying to relate the two. You know what I mean? And like seeing.
Yeah.
I see how.
Be opposed to dating a woman in the industry?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I wasn't opposed to dating the person that I was trying to date. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotcha.
I always enter a situation with like genuine intentions, and I'm not gonna date somebody unless I'm actually trying to build something, right?
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
I'm not that person that's out here trying to. I don't have, and this goes back to maybe the lifestyle that I'm in now, right? I'm not partying. I'm not bullshitting. I'm hard working. So like, I don't have time to waste.
No.
For one thing. So like, I'm not out here chasing tail.
Gotcha.
Whatever.
Someone would need to literally like double dutch into your life and be in what you literally have going on.
Seem like they got
you gotta move with the flow. And like, I'm not, and I'm not going to invest my time into you if I don't see a future with you. Cause I'm not at a point in my life where I want to waste time. I'm like,
facts.
I'm looking for a partner.
Serious.
Somebody who's like legit.
Define that when you say, for anybody watching that may want to be a partner, define partner.
A partner would be somebody who supports you in all aspects, right?
Unconditional.
Well, unconditional goes to a certain extent in relationships, right? There's got to be certain levels of respect and whatnot. Well, you're not going to stay with somebody who's, but I think that word unconditional sometimes is like,
some people use
it gets played with
because
it gets played with,
right? Yeah. So unconditional in a sense where like, as long as everything's good, we're gonna hold each other up and whatnot. But somebody who's not only there physically but emotionally, spiritually, and not only that, I can help build up in those senses, but it's gonna help build me up, and it's gonna push me to be my greatest self and call me out when I need to be called out. And really just be there, an equal trade, and like, and we all make mistakes, right? So like, somebody who gives me the same leeway in my mistakes as I'm going to give them,
gotcha.
Right? Mm-hmm. Right? And we can like move past those mistakes and continue to grow, and really just somebody who's looking to build a partnership, right?
Right.
Somebody who wants to like be in it for the long haul and is not going to let like the little things ruin it and fall apart and just go through. So
you
like,
said, look, what are some of the little things you see in a big city like that things fall apart for, or partnerships fall apart for?
I don't know if it's like just in the big city. I think dating is like that in general, right?
Or like, well,
it's fall apart over the stupidest things. People arguing over like, whatever. You get into a little argument over that, a conversation could easily cure it, right?
Correct.
You could just move past and go to the next step. But like, people get in these, it's a lot of pride and ego.
Yeah, pride, ego, and insecurities. I think it's insecurities that's covered up with pride and ego. Like, you know what I mean?
What was that? Say that again?
Like insecurities that are actually covered up with ego and the pride. Because that has to come in because of the insecurities. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think they all play a part, you know what I'm saying? That's where it stems from anyways. So, and that, I can see, especially as a hard worker and like whatever you're in, it doesn't matter what you're doing, like to deal with someone that's dealing with all of that ain't gonna work.
Right. I want to touch on that insecurities thing. So,
okay.
This is another thing with relationships, right? Everybody has insecurities.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
I don't care if you're the biggest name in your industry, if you're the biggest face on the earth, if you're like this big tough person, everybody has insecurities, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the huge things in relationships is making people feel comfortable within their insecurities.
Yeah.
Right? And recognizing that in somebody. So like, I'm an empath, so I can see things in people that like may come up, and you have to like, when somebody's insecurity comes up, if it comes up and your response to it is like, or like brash or like try to shut them down, they're gonna shut down in the relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You almost put them at a point where they're like, they get to a place where they're afraid to speak about their feelings, right? So like when somebody's insecure, and this has to be double, like from both sides, right? When somebody's insecurities come up, if you really care for that person, whether it's whatever the issue is or not, like you have to be able to like speak to that part of them and speak life into that.
Right.
Confidence into that in them, and make them know that it's okay to have insecurities and it's okay to feel bad sometimes. Right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's interesting. That's like somebody you comfortable with showing your scars around. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because what happens is if you show your scars and then you're almost like looked at or like rejected from some of your scars, then there goes a wall.
Yeah.
And it happens again, there goes another.
Yeah.
By that time, you can't, once that's there, how do you get over that?
Huh.
Like, I don't know.
Deep. That's deep.
It is really deep.